the area of doctrine.
You have brought a very good perspective that I want to open for discussion now, because we might look at Paul Mackenzie and blame him, but all this is happening in our churches. I mean, if you look at the kind of following that the churches have and the kind of love in quotes that the flock shows the pastors, the bishops and all that in these churches, it's suspect. And the kind of prosperity gospel, because Pastor, tell me, how do you convince someone? How do you convince someone using the Bible to do a negative thing that leads to their death? How do you invoke that verse and force them?
That is why I said it is cultic. What they do, there is a behavior modification. They have some thought-stopping techniques, so that that's why we are saying they are brainwashed. You see, Paul says, if we or any angel from heaven should preach anything different from what we taught you, then it should be eternally condemned. Actually, there's the whole counsel of God. It is like food to the body, the physical body. If you only eat starch, you know what happens to you. If you to only take protein, fasting is good. It is in the Bible. Actually, if you read Matthew 6:16, says, when you fast, don't be somber. Look at that. Being somber, if being somber alone is not right, being somber.
While fasting.
While fasting. What about fasting to the point of death? So there have been...
But how do you get me there? How do you get me there?
That is why I'm saying it is through the teachings. These teachings come in a manner that makes one to walk in the path of zealotry, so that you're ready to die for this. Actually, in Uganda, in the year, it was 2000, the year 2000. In Uganda, there's a group that died in the church. Hundreds died in a particular church.
About 700 of them.
And when it was looked into carefully, they realized that the bodies that were burnt inside that church, there was no sign of them struggling to free themselves or to get out of the place. They died willingly. What does that mean? They had been indoctrinated. That thing got into their hearts. They were brainwashed. They believed it. It was in their system. They were ready to die for it. That's why I'm saying they walk you into the path of zealotry, so that you're ready to die for that faith. So it's something that needs to be checked.
By who? By who?
It needs to be, let me add to that. You see, terrorists that come to attack us in Kenya are indoctrinated Muslims. They believe that what they're doing for God. This is not much different. It's where someone believes that what they're doing, they actually believe what they do. They believe that they're doing the right thing. Yes, some people may be deliberate about it. And the scripture talks about it in the book of 1 Timothy 4:1. It says, in the latter days, some will walk away from the path, and they will preach the gospel of demons. They will teach the doctrines of demons. And the doctrine of demons, Timothy, Paul writes and says, it is abstaining from marriage and abstaining from food. So what we are experiencing right now is not far-fetched. Yet, if you read the scriptures, it is not like it's something happening now. Even in those days, it was always there. Indoctrination and cultism is not something we are experiencing today. Yet we know that we are not going to see the end of it yet, because people believe, as we get closer to the end, people believe that they are serving God with this foolishness. I think we can only call it foolishness. And unfortunately, the Christian of today is a microwave Christian. I want something
right away.
Yeah, I don't want to labor and go through this thing. If I can come and pray and get it, I'm going to pray and get it. If I can give you 1,000 shillings and I get 200,000 shillings, get 1,000 shillings. And that's because people are lazy. People don't want to work towards their destinies. Then the wicked will lay waiting and will offer them something as a solution.
What would you say about the lady who had money? She sold her property. What would you say about her?
Now, that is what I'm calling the indoctrination, what he says about it. People have, the doctrine of demons means that there is a power that is able to make people do exactly what you want.
Who wields this power? Who holds this power?
You get it from the kingdom of darkness. You get it from witches. You get it from... mercy comes, and mercy decides, I got to grow the Agape Lighthouse Church to 2,000 in a day. And these poor people, first of all, you have to factor in poverty. Poverty is a terrible thing. People take advantage of poor people day in, day out. And so you come and look at their weakness and you play on their weakness. That's how the mind of this cult leader works.
Okay.
Where is the gap? You fill it for them.
Bishop, desperation of the flock. Is it one of the issues?